SEO this week. Hey everyone, Clint Butler here with another episode of SEO this week. How y'all doing? I wanted to open up the live chat here so I can see the stupid thing real quick. You know, we're showing these live, trying a new hour out, trying out the 2 p.m. hour, see if this is a little bit better. Awesome. Alrighty, so without further ado, I'm going to shut off some distractions. Should have done this before, but I was fighting with my camera. I wanted to make the fancy green screen crap. Show you guys that stuff. All right, so share the screen. Do this. And boom. Sweet. You can see that. All right. So SEO this week, this episode is going to include 6 stories. 7 that they're actually pretty decent. I think for the most part, a couple of these are going to be about some information, things that you may or may not know at this point. And so without that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And first is we're going to look at the data use of data. Check out the Maccabees update. It's actually a pretty good one. It was posted early on in the week. I actually had this on the in the roll up already on Monday, right after it was launched. And what it does is looks at some of the things that this particular person found for what the update did. And if you follow SEO news, SEO updates, or the SEO quote unquote blogs, and you'll get different versions, even from me, even from Josh, like from White Hat versus Black Hat, for instance, or my buddy Ted Kubitis and Kyle's podcast called Bullshit Marketing. You're going to learn different aspects of testing, and you're going to learn different opinions, and it's really talking about a lot of the same stuff. So this Maccabees update, in a lot of sectors, is scholarship links, and they're going after scholarship links. And you can see how following this testing process that the author did here, which is really why I shared it, because while the information is good, is the actual testing process I thought was better. That it could be specifically for links, but his testing actually shows you how to narrow that down and figure out what it is for you. So if you follow us any bit on White Hat versus Black Hat, then me, for instance, on this show and the other shows that I appear on, we always talk about testing and the importance of it, because different things affect different keywords and different markets in different ways. So what might be the case for SEO or those scholarship links that a lot of people were talking about after the update, that may be true for that keyword and that niche that those people are going in. Versus in other niches, or I didn't see that at all. I thought it was all on page that really was affected. If your on page sucked and your content sucked, then the rest of it didn't really matter. And we kind of justified that after we updated content, but we wouldn't know the differences in there if we didn't look at testing and how to walk through it. So this is a really good post to kind of show you how to get through that process on your own stuff, and see how it affected you in your niche. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It isn't a Moz, forgive me, but you can show off Moz sometimes. Stone Temple, this one is actually pretty good. Stone Temple Consulting is why great content is unique content. I think we all hear that every day. You go to Josh's shows and you'll hear about him talking about any new and unique content. Any other White Hat gurus can tell you need new and unique content. And then bloggers or Black Hat guys are going to tell you need to spin it so that it's unique, especially when you're doing mass posts. But this is a different take on exactly what is unique, because my theory has been for a few years now is that in SEO, there really isn't a whole lot of original thought, ideas, or concepts. We all do article marketing. Article marketing just turned into guest posting, which turned into outreach. We all do link building. We all do broken link building. We all create, those silos, and we all do backlinking. We all do on page to one extent or another. We're not all good at all of those things. So but for the most part, we're all doing the basics, right? What this is arguing is that you can take the same piece of content that someone shared and made very popular and then make it unique to you. Now it is unique content. So, for example, go to like BuzzSumo in your niche. Let's say you're doing radio control cars or drones. Do a post, and there's like a best 10 drones from 2018, for example. Well, you go and make it unique by reformatting the post and making the presentation different, or changing around the actual drones that are in there, presenting it in a unique way, and now it is unique content. And that's where this is going. Frankly, the cheesy videos are kind of funny to watch. But the middle part is talking about the uniqueness and what is the definition of unique today. Really hit home with me. I think you're going to enjoy this. And the video is really short. It's like 4 minutes long. So you're not going to be tied down watching some 30-minute blah, blah, blah. Let's see. 7 useful facts about PageRank. We all know that Google does not update publicly PageRank. It doesn't mean that they're not using it. That said, to give people a metric to aim for, 7 facts about PageRank, frankly, this is dumb, and I can't believe it's on Search Engine Journal. And I want to point it out to you for a couple of reasons. First, let's see here. It was scrolled down, and I found it when I was scanning through. One, any article that still cites Matt Cutts can just get bent. From my point of view, the dude's gone already. Just get over it. Let's see. He says links never pass full amount of PageRank. Something we already knew. Duh. Link equity, links from an authority site. This is interesting because he's saying that domain authority should die, and there's no such thing as an authority site. So-called authority site, and domain authority doesn't exist. We kind of know that domain authority, the theory behind domain authority, does not exist. So we know that, but an authority concept of an authority site does not exist. We know that's full bull crap. It's authority, or the theory of an authority is, or the idea of the authority is to create a site about a specific topic and just establish the trust. The authority is really, in our use, is the trust of the site that Google has for it, and the relevance towards that topic. So if you're let's stick with the drones thing. If you do a website about nothing about drones, the new drones that are coming out, how to run drones, how to operate drones, drone racing, drone camera uses with drones, filming, doing film with the drones, all that stuff. Ultimately, you're going to be seen as a quote-unquote authority site. And this guy is saying that they just don't exist. Frankly, what I think he's doing is let's discount one value, authority, and let's say that PageRank is the important thing. Well, in the Google scape, I think PageRank and authority are the same damn thing. So to discount one in order to support an argument for the fact of another is stupid. And also to just be posting about PageRank now anyway. They haven't updated the metric publicly since 2013. There's no evidence that they're still using it, but they probably are. Still, it just I don't get the point of this article, and I think it's really just bad information. So I wanted to bring that out since they cut off commenting, and you have to go to their Facebook page, and if their moderators let you comment about the post, then they will. So you can tell everyone how great it is, but if you tell them that they suck, then they'll just delete your comments. So I'm gonna voice. This one's SEO Longtail keyword problem. I don't know if it's really a problem, but basically he's looking at how broad terms have become less important in search, and Longtail have become more. And he's using 2009 data to kind of make his argument, 2007 to 2009. But if anyone has been involved in SEO for any period of time, you really know that Longtail is what does it for you. It's great to rank for weight loss. It's great to rank for dog training. But if you rank for a bunch of terms like dog training in or dog training was, or how to do with dog training. Those kind of long tail terms, those all add up, and you get the same amount of traffic volume with significantly less competition than trying to go for the broad thing. So I don't know that it's really changed any. What I did like is he gave a couple tools in here that I thought were pretty interesting, and particularly, how he's breaking this stuff down with his keyword research. And I think that's where you're going to get the value of this. Just look at how he did his keyword research. It's a way. It's not the only way, but it is a way, and it's pretty decent, I think. And in here, he also gave away a spreadsheet, which is down here on a couple of tools to how you get across that. But the spreadsheet's down here, right here. For Excel, Keyword Mod Explorer, I don't think you really need it. Keyword Mods Explorer kind of sucks. I would use SEO Cockpit for your keyword research, or and then there's a couple other tools that are just better than Mods Explorer, in my opinion. But if you use it and you like Mods Explorer, then go for it. Otherwise, just check out what the concept of what he's applying and go ahead and do that. And then let's get away a little bit from SEO and just kind of talk about some business stuff. First is Supreme Court's going to hear about state internet sales tax. Basically, what's going on here is a few years ago, in 1992 exactly, there was a Supreme Court ruling that said that states can't charge people like you and me if we had a commerce site, e-commerce site, and in that case it was mail order, but basically you can't order from one state and be charged the sales tax where you purchased it. Amazon, for instance, is a big example. I can't order something from Amazon and the state is not charging me taxes. Well, this case is actually really important, because if they overrule that, then these states will be allowed to add sales tax to your e-commerce stores. This could be a pain in the ass for not only for big sites like Amazon, but even e-com sites like you or me would start. If we're selling a physical product, for sure, I bet you there's going to be some state tax withdrawals required to do that. Now, your carts are going to have to update. You have to figure out how to pay all 50 states. If you get customers in all 50 states, their allotment of sales tax through your shopping carts, your payment processors, all that's going to get figured out. The varying tax rates for each state will have to get figured out. Prices are going to go through the freaking roof because the overhead just to do that, I can imagine, is going to be a pain in the ass. So I think this is going to affect a lot of people. Honestly, I hope they don't overturn it. I think the states get enough money from us in one way. The federal government is getting us money from us another way. And we are, the highest tax nation in the country, in the world, or some craziness like that. But either way, as a business owner, I think it's really bad for us. Especially if I'm paying sales tax, or my customers have to pay sales tax. It's going to raise their prices, which will in turn raise my prices, because I have to go ahead and counteract any fees that I have to pay my payment processors to pay the sales tax, plus the paperwork to send that to all the 50 states saying, hey, this is what we collected, plus the accounting fees and all that other stuff. It's all going to add up, and prices on e-com are going to go up a lot, I think. If you're a retailer, that might actually be a good thing if you're like an in-store thing, because if people are spending now less money on e-com because they were saving on sales tax, they didn't have to pay that, and now they're paying essentially the same price as they get at a retail store, it might be good for them, or you if you have a retail thing. Another thing is Alibaba has got a new source tool. I don't know if you heard about it, but if you're looking to create products and you want to sell those on the e-com store and you just haven't figured out a way to get it, or find the products for it, and you're just having issues with that, they created a Chrome extension called Source Now. I haven't played with it too much. I want to get into it and look at it. I think it's pretty cool. If you are looking at list building, do what those guys over did at Survival Life. They went to Alibaba and found like this 50-cent stupid flashlight, or I think it was a pen or a flashlight, and then they sold it for free. They gave it away for free, and all you had to pay to do is shipping and handling. So if they bought it for 50 cents. You paid $16 for shipping and handling. They paid what, $5 to get the outsourcer in China to ship it, and they pocketed $13 for every one of those. So this might be your opportunity if you want to try something like that out for your niche. Get on Source Now and find something cool to pimp out for free and pay shipping and handling. It actually really works. And then finally, I'm going to close out this one with GoDaddy. Just bought a social media management tool called Main Street Hub. Never used it, never even heard of it. I'm sharing this because I think it's a horrible idea that GoDaddy is involved in this. One, they were okay with domains. They're probably one of the more expensive ones now. I actually use Namecheap almost exclusively when I buy new domains now because GoDaddy is just getting retarded. And then two, they're hosting. I do page speed optimization services, and they're hosting from their shared to their managed WordPress to their dedicated boxes is complete shit. And the customer service on top of that from a service provider and working as on behalf of clients with GoDaddy is complete shit. And now they're offering social media management. Next thing you know, they're going to offer search engine optimization, which, as we all know, is going to be complete shit as well. I think this is bad for the industry. I think it's bad if you're a social media person and you're into that. And I think it's bad if you're a small business and you think that GoDaddy is going to have your best interest at heart when they're doing your social media accounts. They don't care. They're going to sign 10, 15, 20,000 businesses to this thing, post some generic crap that's going to get zero engagement, zero likes, shares, and going to promote your business zero effectively at all. And then the industry is going to get hurt more because now we have this big brand that's selling, these big services, and really they're just crap. It's just like Yellow Pages offering video marketing and SEO to their people. $500 to do a video to get it promoted for you. And then the paid upgrades, and then the SEO, which is all they're really doing is submitting to the search engines. Is just, that's just crap, and it hurts us as an industry in general, bringing it all together. All right, so that's it for the stories. Stories are good. Now this is live time. So if you have any questions, now's the time to answer them, because they're really only going to stand here and stare at you for only so long. So if you have any questions about, what we're talking about in the stories, or just SEO questions, and go ahead and shoot those my way. I'm going to turn off. I lose every time. I lose that stupid green screen. I turn this off. If you got any questions about SEO tips, we talked about last time. We talked about during this time. We talked about making silos for local. I was hoping that some of the people that had done that, see if they implemented that and seen the results from that. It was pretty cool. We tested it again. I did it for a large city in Southern California that starts with San and ends with Diego. And we moved the page from 47 to 27 just using the silo structure. And some social bookmarks pointed at the subpages that we created. So 47 to 27 was not bad at all. And you consider now we only have 3 links. And I didn't optimize the on page on it completely yet, as of yet. So I think that I'm going to see even more bumps when I do that. So that's going to be really cool. And what else do we do? SEO Autopilot. I don't know if you guys know that tool. It's a software that makes Web2s and a bunch of other stuff, and they're making some significant changes. I'm testing it out to see what we can do with it. I don't like pointing those kind of things at money sites, in particular client sites, like my own money sites, and I'll go ahead and knock it out and see what happens. But those are something that you can point at your backlinks. So you get some high authority. DA60 is my rule. 60, DA60. DR40 if you're using Ahrefs, trust factor of 20 or higher, then you can go ahead and just kind of boost those up a little bit with a tool like SEO Autopilot. Get away with it. So look at that. they're getting ready to update a new user interface, as I understand. So that's going to be pretty cool. What else from backlinks perspective? Buying a lot of PBN links now. Those are still working, which would be interesting. Oh, Phineas, he's testing the silos. Good. We noticed the silos kicked in probably around the 21-day mark. So the on-page changes. If you do the on-page stuff using Quora, you're going to see that almost instantly, and then the silo trick, roughly about 21 days. And if you send social bookmarks, it actually kicks it in a little bit faster. The Houston test that we did, that one, we only took a week from the time we dropped the social bookmarks to the time we moved the page from 4 to 54, or 54 to number 4, position 4. So that'll be pretty good. Now listing your business address. Yep, I remember that question. What we did with that is I talked to you already about the service area business. So you use KML. If you don't know how to use that, look up Google Earth Pro. It's free now. Download that software, and inside of there, make a polygon of your. I don't have one handy. I can't show it to you right now. But make a polygon of your service area with the KML. And what that'll do is, put that in the service area, and then upload that to Google Maps, like your actual, where you can edit, customize it. So you're going to upload that, and then add your service area map on top of it. So now you're going to have. Let me get rid of this. Break out the board. I didn't buy a white one yet, so you have to forgive me. So your polygon is going to be literally straight, and then you are going to have your service area that will kind of run through your polygon, and then you can find like a point of interest here and a point of interest here, and here, and just do driving directions through those and put that map on your page instead. What will happen is that will trigger it'll say, here's your area specifically. It'll trigger the pull of your service area map, and then your relevance with these two combined. And that should do the trick for you. I think it'll get you the same benefit. Cool thing about service area maps, a lot of people don't know this, is once you get them optimized for the keyword, they actually take over in Google Maps. So everyone's fighting for permissions 1, 2, and 3, but the service areas are showing up top of those address ones, which was odd, but they don't show up in local packs as well. It takes a little bit more work to get them into the local 3-pack, but they are in the map. So the phones will start ringing, not as much as if they're in the 3-pack, but they'll still start ringing nonetheless, because you get them up there in the maps. All right, if there's no more questions, then I'm going to call this one quits. I'm going to keep playing with the date and times. Kind of want to get you guys here live to engage. I like being able to engage. I like doing the site audit stuff. I like answering questions more than talking to myself. So maybe we can find a better time to work it out. But I'm going to keep it here at 2 p.m. for a while and see how that works. 4 was the best. 2 might work out well, but again, it's Friday and everyone wants to go home, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. With that, thank you very much for watching SEO this week. This has been episode 60. If you have any questions, follow-ups to the videos and why, you can comment on my blog, or you can comment on the video itself. If you're hearing the podcast audio version, just come to digitaleer.com, click on SEO this week. You'll see episode 60, and we'll get your questions answered. And with that, have a great weekend. See you next week.